Hello, my name is Ronnie Protasio. I'm a professor here at the University of Makati. I've been teaching here for 20 years, but if you count my other experiences, I've been teaching all in all for 34 years. And aside from that, I'm also a theater artist and cultural worker.
First of all, sir, we would like to say that we are thankful that you are here in our interview. We have prepared some questions for you, and the first one po, ever since you were a kid, have you always liked teaching and performing in front of many people?
Actually, I never imagined myself to become a teacher. I I was very much into arts when I was young, so I took up mass communications, hoping that I will be a broadcaster. Unfortunately, during my time, there were lesser opportunities for broadcast graduates. Unlike now, you have the internet, you have other means to broadcast yourself. But then it was only radio and television. So my options were very slim. And unfortunately, I got married at a very young age. So I had to work. The only work I was doing then was singing, which is not a very stable job. So one day my mother-in-law brought me to her school and told me that they need a music teacher because the music subject wasn't offered for quite some time. So I said, what the heck? Go. Without any knowledge in teaching, without any training in education. So during my first months of teaching, I was when I every time I get home, I get sick because I really don't know what to do. And my mother-in-law and my wife told me, you know, teaching is just like theater. The teacher is the actor, your stage is the classroom, and your students are your audience. So every time I get inside the classroom, I memorize my script. and every and there were instances that things happened spontaneously with not in the script. I rattle, so I get sick. Anyway, I began to love it, because I enjoyed the thought of molding young people and seeing them develop into better individuals, better human beings, and just like theater, just like what I do in theater, when you perform, you also teach, you also mold your audience and try to persuade them to believe in certain things. So um, I saw the connection between my love, theater, and teaching. That's why until now, for 34 years, I've been teaching, and that was the last thing I did. And I told myself that when I was in college, teaching would be the last thing I would do, and it happened. So be careful with what you say, because you might just get it.
So thank you po. Next is, what are your other backgrounds in terms of theater acting?
Since I was young, I used to call on my playmates. I write the script and then I give them the script and then I tell them, memorize this, and then I direct them. I think I was 8 or 9 years old. I've been doing that, and in our community, we perform. I live near the riverbank, and we perform there. No? So meron Jezebel, meron so iba-ibang mga characters. And one more thing, my parents are entertainers. hindi pa uso yung nagja-Japan na musicians. Yung father ko, tsaka yung mother ko, nag-a-abroad na sila for that. So, binuhay ako sa ganong pamamaraan, no? And that was my exposure, music, arts, performance. So, it became natural for me because I was molded that way. That's why when I went to college, I already knew what I wanted. I wanted to take up mass communications. Yeah. And then, of course, I had trainings with Beta, with CCP, no, and I joined other organizations with the same passion as me. I'm a member of a network of theater artists. I'm part of the National Committee for Dramatic Arts of the National Commission for Culture and Arts. Um, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to develop myself in that field. Although, uh, as I said a while ago, I didn't see the difference now between my teaching and my being a theater artist because for me they both have the same purpose of molding young people, teaching them.
That's great, sir. Next is for you, how does theater reflect and influence society?
Ah, that has been my advocacy since I was um, molded into theater work. I believe that theater is not only for entertainment. It serves a greater purpose more than that. No? Just like what we do in our organizations, if you're familiar with the collective arts of students and thespians, I wanted my members to to become salts. What do you mean by salts? Student, artists, leaders, and trainers. So eventually, all of us are actors, meaning a artist, community-oriented, teacher or trainer, organizers, and researchers. So when you're in theater work, you don't only aim to entertain people, but also you wanted to change something. You know? You wanted people to have new ideas, you know, about certain issues that are happening around, social issues or social problems that you want to talk about. And one more thing, I think theater is the only medium that really gives an effort to tell the truth. No? They wanted to tell the truth, what's really happening in our society. Unlike in television and movies, there is a string of falsity. No? Some are not real. But in theater, you wanted to present what is really happening, real feelings, real emotions, real events, real characters.
So next year about script writing, what makes a good script?
Well, a good script should have first uh, a good problem to solve, conflict to solve. Because if there's no conflict, the story would be boring. You know? Could you imagine things happening and there's nothing uh, wrong or no problem to be solved? So it would be boring. So a good conflict would excite the audience, and characters that are three-dimensional, meaning not flat characters, characters that are not all good. No? Meron din silang evil in them. Yung ganon, Ano sila buo, yung hindi katulad sa television, pag kontrabida, kontrabida all throughout, masamang-masama siya. Hindi natin nakikita yung other side of the character, yung kanyang tenderness, yung kanyang compassion, no? So, halimbawa yung mga nanay, when they are portrayed on television, laging nakaduster, butangera, bungangera, gano'n. So, it's a flat character. You don't see the other side of the characters. And in a play, that is very important. You see the characters transform into individuals that are real, and you can easily relate with these characters. So that's what I really like. Yeah.
For you, sir, what are the characteristics that we, or aspiring actress or actor, needs to consider to be the artistic director someday, or in the right time, and why?
First, you have the heart for it. You should have the heart for it. You should have the passion for it. Because theater doesn't, if you want to get rich, theater is not the place for it. It's really a labor of love. And you should be a people person. You should love people and observe people, know things about people, because you're presenting lives of real individuals, and that's important that you understand how people do certain things, how they act, how they say things. That would help. And of course, the importance of leading organizations. Being a leader should be important.
Yung sa 16th question, sir, what has been your greatest accomplishment as an actor?
Ah, maybe to be interviewed on television by CNN. I really had no idea. Somebody just came here, and I was asking them, how did you know about what I do? And they said, somebody who knows somebody, parang word of mouth. So maybe my former students who are in the field already. So uh, I was interviewed by CNN, I was interviewed by ABS-CBN, I was interviewed by GMA, all with the same topic. My being a teacher and my being a theater artist, and what I do to make young people more successful.
As an artistic director, why did you choose to conduct the trainings in your chapter?
Um, as I've said, training is very important. If you really want to be good at something, you have to train first. It's just like an athlete. If you're a basketball player, you have to really work hard, practice to perfect certain moves or certain things that you can do. So the artist is no different. You have to practice, and workshops are venues where an actor can really practice his craft. So that's why uh, it has been my advocacy also to give free trainings to these young people who, especially those who have no access to training, because if you're gonna train with PETA now, it will cost you 11,000 for 20 sessions. If you're going to go to CCP, it will cost you around the same, mga 8 to 10,000 with a month session. So it's expensive to have trainings like this. And the trainings that we do in CAST have been products of my trainings with other companies like PETA and CCP, and my other exposure to my community work. So we were able to develop these training modules for, especially for cast members. We call it STEP, Student Theater Education Program. So that's what we've been doing. Yeah.
So was there a time that you were already thinking of giving things up? What are the reasons behind it?
No, I never thought about that. Maybe there were times that I felt uh, frustrated when things don't get the when things don't happen what how I imagined it, but it didn't really uh, made me quit. I took everything as a challenge and an opportunity to be creative, to find other means to face or to solve the problem.
Sir, how can you inspire us as a future leader of tomorrow?
First, um, if you really want something and you really want to lead people, you must first know yourself, know your capacity, and then train for it. Kung nakita mong weak ka on certain aspects, work hard to develop that and to improve that. And yeah, as I've said, you must have a heart for it.
So lastly, sir, can you give a message for all of your buso or the 15th Circle apprentices?
Well, for the 15th Circle of Apprentices, first I'd like to welcome you to our family, and I hope you stick around until our 20th or 25th year, because it will be very exciting if you really wanted this path to use your talents and help people and inspire people to become leaders like you must really strive to make a difference and to really improve your talents.